Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I know you're probably thinking, how the hell is she sitting before you, clearly stabbed in the head like this? But fear not, it is just makeup. It is, I know, looks good, right? Yeah. So, you know, on Twitter, I said, you know what, it's a little bit too ambitious for me to attempt a makeup look or a simple wig for October. Maybe. But am I gonna do it? Yes. So honestly, the one who kept me like going was Cherry. If you don't watch Cherry's videos, which I'll link down below, she also has makeup on. So I was like, okay, Connie, get it together. You said that you were gonna commit to this, so let's do it. So here I am with this really cool headband where it looks like I've been stabbed by scissors and a bruise that everyone in my family thought was real. So hopefully it comes across on camera really well. But anyway, today is the video I'm very excited about. And today is me talking about my October TBR. Now, if you watched my last video, you know that I pulled cards for the Naruto TBR game. And, you know, I actually have already read 2 books and only have 2 cards left for that game, which is really awesome. So look at me, overachiever. But I wanted to talk about the 2 readathons I'm doing for the month of October. One is Spoopathon and one is Weekend-Ween or something. You know, I'll get it right the next time like I talk about it because it's towards the end of the month. But the really cool thing about the Spoopathon is you are trying to make your way through a haunted house, and there are a bunch of different prompts that you have to complete that give you points, and then on top of that you can get some bonus points so you can actually unlock doors to get to the next prompt or defeat a ghost. So I'm gonna have the image up, you know, somewhere around me in this video so you can see. I'm gonna reference the printed one I did, and I want to talk about some of the other books that I want to read for this readathon in general, but also what I want to read period, like in the month of October. And I'm kind of switching it up this month. I'm not just exclusively reading scary books, which is what I did last year. But with all that being said, let's get into it. It's time to talk about the Spoopathon. So like I said, I'm going to reference my little printed sheet, but you probably can't see this very well, so I'll put an image up somewhere in the video. So yes, I'm going to put all of the other information down in the description box, who all's doing it, the initial video, all the graphics and stuff for you to follow along with. But I went for the Spoop Shifters, and there's 4 different teams for this readathon, and I chose Spoop Shifters, which means I can move diagonally in my map to get to the final end. So I can defeat the haunted house, and that's the whole point, if I didn't already say that. You're trying to make your way through the haunted house. Once you defeat it, you can go back through and do the prompts all over again, but you won't have to deal with opening the doors or defeating the ghost, which is really cool. So, you know, I'm sticking with Spoop Shifter. So that means like if I don't really have anything that's, you know, if I don't want to read something that's 500 pages, but I already did black cover translated book, oh, maybe not, no, black cover, autonomous cover, I could do new genre. It's very nice. I think it is for the mood readers like myself, and I'm really excited. So I've already done 200 pages or less, and I also got some bonus points on that. So you can also get bonus points as you go. I'll put all that down below. I don't want to go all into it and make y'all bored. But anyway, so I've done 200 pages or less. I went over to graphic novel, but the cool thing is graphic novel isn't just like that. It could be manga, it could be a comic. I chose manga, which was Vampire Knight, which also completed a card prompt that I had to do for Naruto TBR game. So smart bitch right here. And just last night, based off all of the points I made from reading these, completing these prompts, and then the bonus points, I defeated the ghost, and I also finished a nonfiction. So I'm actually onto Trick or Treat. So this is basically where we're gonna start off with the book that I'm reading for this prompt and then what I'm reading in October. First up, I'm going to be reading Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is my first Riley Sager book. The prompt for trick or treat is you did a poll on your Twitter or wherever, and people voted for the book. It was between this one and Final Girls by Riley Sager, and I'm really excited that people chose this one. I have heard a lot of good things about it, and a few other people that I follow are also reading Home Before Dark, so nice. What this is about is it's definitely going to be a haunted house, so that's really nice, fitting the theme of Halloween and, of course, the Spoopathon readathon. Spoopathon readathon? That's the same thing. Anyway. It's following like two different perspectives, one being present day, which is Maggie Holt. She's an adult now, going to her old family home that was haunted. And then the other point of view you're following is her father many years in the past when his daughter Maggie was still a kid. And he wrote a book about their time in this haunted house. And he became like a bestseller, got a lot of money for it. So you're following present day Maggie having to go back to this house as an adult, and she does not believe that everything that her father said about this house happened. She thinks that he was lying, and she thinks that the book is a lie. So we're going to be reading it from his point of view as the author of the book, and then her going back to the house being a skeptic, but obviously we know she's probably everything her dad said was true. So really excited about this. I have already read only 25 pages. I've already gotten to page 25, and so far it's actually really good. I like it a lot. It's not even that long, so I think I'm going to finish this very, very quickly. Next is a reread for me, and honestly, this could also work for the prompt that's comfort read, because as you all know, despite how critical I am of the Anita Blake series now, I really love these first few volumes of the series. So like I said at the beginning of the year, I'm going to be making my way up until, I get too far into the weird erotica stuff of the series. But I'm going to be reading The Lunatic Cafe. This is book 4 in the Anita Blake series. Like I said in my last video talking about The Circus of the Damned, which came before, now Anita is dating Richard and, trying to see how she can balance that because, she's not a monster lover. She would only date humans. But guess what? He's a werewolf, bitch. So you're about to get kneed down by half man, half werewolf. Or half man, half wolf, and then there's a were in there. Anyway, and then also trying to juggle Jean-Claude. He wants some of that too. But this is having more to do with the other supernatural creatures in the series. So like the first few books, it has mostly to do with vampires, and then we see a sprinkling of other supernatural beings in it. Now it's like mostly focused on the werewolves and the werewolf community in this world. So excited to go back to this one. You meet some very interesting characters, a lot of people who that I really do love in this series pop up in this one. And then it's Jason, Richard's friends, I can't remember their names, but Jason is the big one, and then Nathaniel comes next. But anyway, excited about this one. So here's another book of the month club book that I got. This is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Someone recently, I think on Instagram, had just finished this, maybe booktuber Instagram, and said this was really good. It is not that long. This is, I can't imagine it's 300 pages. 291 pages. Like, it's just under 3. This should be a very quick read for me. I'll read the inside for you guys because I bought this last month, I think, for the book of the month, and it looked cool enough. It's a thriller, so I was like, let me go for it. Think you know the person you married? Think again. Things have gone wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. Every anniversary, the couple exchange traditional gifts, paper, cotton, pottery, tin, and each year Adam's wife writes him a letter that she never lets him read, until now. Self-confessed workaholic and screenwriter Adam Wright has lived with face blindness his whole life. He can't recognize friends or family, or even his own wife, and Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia went a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. They both know this weekend will make or break their relationship, but they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying, and someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, and an anniversary they will never forget. So, because of the length of this book, I'm sure that this is going to be rip right through it. We get right to the action pretty early on. I certainly hope it's not a slow burn, because under 300 pages, if everything happens at the very end, goddamn, I guess it won't be that bad if it is like that. But never heard of face blindness. Is that real? Is that a real thing? Interesting. That would really suck. But yeah, we'll be reading this in October. So this next book, I broke my book buying ban for the month of October for this one. That wasn't my bad. That wasn't my bad. I got Violet by Scott Thompson. A lot of you on BookTube probably recognize his name. That's because he's the author of Kill Creek, y'all. And I read that last year and I really, really liked it. He still did like the deckled edges again. So, you know, he loves a floppy paperback with deckled edges. That is his thing, I can see. So I'll read the inside of this one for you guys as well. For many children, the summer of 1988 was filled with sunshine and laughter, but for 10-year-old Chris Barlow, it was her chance to say goodbye to her dying mother. 3 decades later, loss returns. Her husband killed in a car accident, and so Chris goes home to the place where she first knew pain, to that summer house overlooking the crystal waters of Lost Lake. It's there that Chris and her 8-year-old daughter will make their stand against grief. But a shadow has fallen over the quiet lake town of Passington, Kansas. Beneath its surface, an evil has grown, and inside that home where Chris Barlow last saw her mother, her old friend awaits her return. So right off the bat, we're giving, you know, kind of haunted house, scary, imaginary friend, you know. Gotta love an imaginary friend. I guess, you know, it might even be like a squatter that's been living in there. Who knows? Really excited about this. I definitely think that Kill Creek, I'm pretty sure I gave that book 5 stars. It was really good. I think that it was more on the thrilling side, and it was a little psychological. And I'm thinking that we're going to get the same thing with this book. But I kind of anticipate I'll probably give it 5 stars. If it's kind of slow burny like Kill Creek, I'm still going to like it, but I am trying to kind of push through books very quickly this month. I can't really tell you why. It's not necessarily because of my Goodreads number. Like, I'm kind of on track. I'm at 115 books now, I think. So very close to 150. Very excited for myself. But that is pretty much the end of the physical books that I have, and now on to all the things that I have on my Kindle that I want to read. Okay, so one of the books that I recently got on my Kindle is called Reception by Kinsey Jennings. I saw this recommended on Book Talk. I cannot remember who was talking about this book. I don't think I follow them, but there is somebody who is like, I think that they're kind of well known for reading horror on Book Talk. And if I remember correctly, they were looking for more horror that was written by women. And I think the publisher sent her this. I don't know who the publisher is of this book. But they told her about, they sent her a bunch of books by Kinsey Jennings. And honestly, this looks really cool. Basically, it is about a woman named Ansley. She is a bridesmaid in a wedding, and she and, you know, her side of the family go to this resort where there is no reception for cell phone use or whatever. I'm thinking kind of off the grid, and it's giving country barn stuff. You know, who am I to judge? But anyway, chaos ensues, and the groom's family getting a little hungry, and they like the taste of human flesh, rotten flesh, if you will. That's from Lord of the Rings. Anyway, so cannibalism, never really read about that, and I'm intrigued. I don't know how graphic this book is, because literally the first time I heard about it was this person on Book Talk having received it, and I didn't look at any reviews. It's actually a pretty short book. It says it's only going to take me about 5 hours and some change, and it's only 212 pages. So I'm really excited to read this. I wish I had the physical copy, but I'll put the picture up. Just to see it online, I was like, ooh, this looks very like, I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. And this came out in 2019, so exciting. So that one I'm definitely excited about reading. And if anything, that may be the one I end up reading after Home Before Dark for Read After Dark or Read While Dark, to actually complete the haunted house for Spoopathon. So yeah, really, really pumped about that one. As I mentioned earlier, there's another readathon I'm doing in October, and that's Camp Weekend-Ween, and that's from October 29th to the 31st. But I'm not good with reading things over the weekend because I usually work on the weekend. So to be fair, I'm most likely going to incorporate some of these books that I'm reading into this now. And, you know, maybe I'll talk about it and do a Camp Weekend-Ween video like towards the end of the month. I'm not really sure. But like I said, I'm not good at reading in a weekend. Because even if I had the weekend off, I probably would do fuck all. Anyway, so the prompts for that one are a book with green on the cover, which that's why I was like, Home Before Dark really works for it since it is covered in green. A book with a group of teens, slasher, thriller, horror, book with a camp setting. The next book I want to read is Clowns in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar. So this is going to fulfill the prompts of a book with a group of teens and slasher. So people who were already on BookTube have heard of this, and a lot of people read this last year. I didn't end up getting a chance to read it because I was pretty full in October, and then as we transitioned into like Christmas time, I made a point to read more Christmas themed books. But this one is his debut novel. I didn't know that. Quinn finds herself caught in a battle between old and new, tradition and progress, that just may cost her her life. Quinn and her father have moved to tiny, boring Kettle Springs to find a fresh start. But what they don't know is that ever since the Bay Pen corn syrup factory shut down, Kettle Springs has cracked in half. On one side are the adults who are desperate to make Kettle Springs great again. Now the other half are the kids who want to have fun, make prank videos, and get out of Kettle Springs as quick as they can. Kettle Springs is caught in a battle between old and new, tradition and progress. It's a fight that looks like it will destroy the town until Friendo, the Bay Pen mascot, a creepy clown in a pork pie hat, goes homicidal and decides that the only way for Kettle Springs to grow back is to cull the rotten crop of kids who live there now. Killing kids. So yeah, I've been wanting to read that for a while, and like I said, it completes 2 of these 4 prompts. The good thing about Camp Weekend-Ween is actually you could just read one book that completes all of them. You don't even have to complete every prompt, but I kind of want to. You know me. I did not try this hard when I was in school. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mother. But anyway, and then there's one more book. There's one more book that, again, I saw on Book Talk. This person, and again, I don't remember who recommended it. It's liked in my likes or something. They were like, they finished it and they said, whatever you do, whatever you're doing now, just stop it and go get this book. It's so good. So anyway, In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. This is by Ashley Winstead. Tense, twisty, and packed with shocks, a terrific read. Riley Sager blurbed that. So it's like simpatico. Obviously, I'm reading Riley Sager. If he's all I read one, then damn it, do it. Okay. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. 10 years after graduation, Jessica Miller has planned her triumphant return to her Southern elite Duquesne University, down to the envious whispers that are sure to follow in her wake. Everyone is going to see the girl she wants them to see, confident, beautiful, and different. Not the girl she was when she left campus, back when Heather Shelby's murder fractured everything, including the tight bond linking the 6 friends she'd been closest to since freshman year. But not everyone is ready to move on. Not everyone left the university 10 years ago. And not everyone can let Heather's murder go unsolved. Someone is determined to trap the real killer, to make the guilty pay. When the 6 friends are reunited, they will be forced to confront what happened that night and a year's worth of secrets each of them would do anything to keep hidden. Oh, told in racing dual timelines with a dark campus. Oh, well, that's not camp. Fuck. No, it's not. Campus setting is not camp setting. Okay. Act like I didn't just get excited for a second. Anyway. With a dark campus setting and a darker look at friendship, love, obsession, and ambition, in my dreams, I hold a knife as an addictive, propulsive read you won't be able to put down. Okay, now that I'm seeing that last part, I'm pretty sure the person on TikTok was like, this could be considered dark academia. I don't read a lot of that. I can't even remember. I think the last thing I read that was considered dark academia was probably Catherine House, and I actually liked it. So technically that's not a new genre for me, but since I don't read it often, maybe I could probably say that could be, that could fulfill that prompt depending on, which way I go through this damn haunted house. Now, I cannot remember how many times I pledged that I would make it through Spoopathon, through the haunted house, because you do that when you sign up for it. I'm pretty sure I said at least 2. I'm pretty sure I said 2. Which I know I'm going to do more, but anyway. So yeah, that's it. I think that's a pretty decent October TBR, if you agree. Like, I've already finished 2 books. They're behind me. Like I said, I have 2 cards that I have to finish for Naruto TBR, which I'm going to finish that. We already know I'm going to beat it. I'm getting Sakura the hell out of here. And we are going to avenge ourselves after Sasuke chopped us and made us unconscious. Rude. And I'm making it through here. And I'm at least competing. Well, it's not a competition, but I'm at least participating in Camp Weekend-Ween. So, I don't remember how many books I talked about. There was 2 on my Kindle, or 3. There was 3 on my Kindle. 4, 5, 6, 7 books that I know I definitely want to read this month. Yeah, are there any of these books that y'all have read? Did you like them? Do you recommend any others for me? I don't just like make it so I only read scary books during October, but I want to. There's a theme we have to keep with, y'all. What do you recommend? What did you think of these? Did you rate them highly? And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like this video. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, keep up with me, see more of my really cool spooky looks. I was way too nervous because I was gonna go for a black eye with this, but I thought, oh, what if I can't take this off? I mean, I can, anything can come off. I've got a lot of powder foundation on, so hopefully nothing stains, but let's just say it did. This is sheer. This is not full coverage, and I don't know if I could cover a black eye, so I don't know. We'll see what's up next for the looks. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please have a good day. Goodbye.